Hey guys, Mike Goff here with Mike Goff 110, and I wanted to bring you 5 simple tips today that you can start to utilize right now that can help you towards your weight loss journey. A lot of people dive in super deep and they're confused because of all the research online, bloggers, Insta celebrities who have 18 packs and try to give you nutritional advice. So I wanted to give you, again, very simple tips that you can start utilizing today that are going to help you on your journey. So tip number 1 is portions. Very simple to lose weight or lose fat. It's calories in versus calories out, meaning you need to eat less than you burn. One way to start doing this is, without even going into deep nutritional talk here, take what you're currently eating and just literally shrink the portion size by 20 or 30%. So let's say you got a normal plate, right? And just boom, a little less food every day. Another great example of this, it doesn't have to be super high tech, is I was talking to my cousin yesterday, who I'm coaching through with fitness and nutrition, and she has lost weight simply by changing sweet tea to tea that is sweetened with stevia. So she's taking the sugar and the calories out of the southern sweet tea that we all love, and she's adding stevia, which is limiting her caloric intake. And she also said, instead of drinking regular Coke, she switched to Diet Coke. So same thing, she's saving herself hundreds of calories that way. And with that one simple tip of adjusting her portions and making some healthy swaps, she's starting to lose body fat. So ask yourself this one question: what is it in your life that you currently eat or drink consistently? And can you swap the regular Coke out for a Diet Coke? Can you swap the sugar out for stevia? Can you just adjust those portion sizes at dinner at night and shrink them down a little bit and save yourself a few hundred calories? By doing so consistently, you'll start to drop some fat. Tip number 2 is all about movement. And one simple way you can do this is, a lot of people are wearing the Fitbits and all that stuff now. I don't care if you wear them or not. I think they're really neat that you can track your steps. But here's a unique fact for you. A 200-pound person who walks at 3 miles an hour for 100 minutes, so hour and a half or so, right, burns an extra 556 calories just by simply walking. So maybe park at the back of the parking lot at the grocery store and force yourself to walk that extra minute to 2 minutes to get in there, right? Maybe if you're walking into your office building, instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs. Take your dog for one more walk during the day. Anything to increase your steps, because we're so used to sitting nowadays that all this sitting is wrecking our hips. It's turning our butt muscles off, which that's a whole nother conversation on the strength training side. But walking is so beneficial for you. So whether you walk, whether you increase your exercise from 3 days a week to 4 days a week, again, you're just saying, how can I increase my caloric expenditure? Because remember, to lose fat, it's calories in, calories out. Step 1, lower portion sizes. Step 2, increase your activity. By doing those 2 things, you're going to be a step ahead of everyone else. No pun intended. Number 3, calm down, bro. So what I mean by that is, we all deal with stressors in everyday life, whether it's work, relationships, friends, family, money, whatever that is. We all have them. But when we stress consistently, that sends us into fight or flight response. It releases cortisol within our body, and that is very bad when it comes to not only just living a fun and healthy life, but it's very bad for fat loss, because it makes your body retain a lot of those things when it comes to fat storage and that kind of stuff. So, find ways to reduce your stress. Everyone's different here. Experiment and see what works for you. I kept a journal for a while, and I literally labeled on a scale of 1 to 10 how great I felt or how crappy I felt that day. And then I started doing things like meditation. I started listening to my favorite music. I would take a walk outside. I would go work out. I would do different things like this. One week I kept a gratitude journal. So every time I was stressed, I made myself write down 3 to 5 things I was thankful for. But what I did in that process is I started learning myself, and I started finding out what helps me control and relieve my stress more so than Joe Blow down the street, right? So for me, exercise, a gratitude journal, and meditation. Those 3 things I found gave me the greatest benefit. So I challenge you, when stress hits, implementing some of those strategies, right? Maybe it's yoga. I don't know what it is, but find something that helps you lower your stress levels. And through doing so, you're going to be able to help yourself burn a little bit more fat long term and live a happier life. All right, tip number 4, sleep. I know we've all heard it, but sleep is vitally important to the recovery processes in your body. And if you don't get adequate sleep, it messes with your hormones and everything else that will directly relate towards muscle gain and fat loss and how great you feel. So try to shoot for 6 to 8 hours of sleep. One big thing I do see that I noticed in myself and I've noticed in others is we tend to be on our phones, right? Or we're watching TV or an iPad. And studies show what they call the blue light, which is the light that's emitted from our phones or smartphones and iPads and computer screens. They actually trigger signals in our brain that tells us it's still daylight outside, therefore it's harder for us to go to sleep. So a tip here, turn off the phones, put them on airplane mode at 10 o'clock at night. Read a book, like actually grab a physical book to read while you're laying in bed. Maybe do the meditation at night, maybe do the gratitude journal, just anything to help you get into a calmer, more relaxed state so you can actually catch up on your sleep. All right, and tip number 5, last one, I always tell people, seek accountability and seek professional help. You know, the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So a lot of times, the money that you would spend on a trainer or a nutritional coach or a life coach or whatever, you know, that you need or want, the money you would spend would actually save you money and stress and time in the long run. You know, for instance, with me, I do a lot of workout programming, so I write workouts for people, and I actually had a client the other day who's had back issues for over 2 years. They went to chiropractors, physical therapists, all this stuff, and nothing's been working. And they paid me for my program less than $100, and through me giving them a proper warm-up and stretching the tight muscles, strengthening the weak muscles because of my knowledge and research, within 2 months, they literally said, my back feels amazing, I haven't had any pain. So ask yourself, is it worth it to hire a professional that can already do the research for you, give you a program, take all the guesswork out, and give you the accountability and save you some money? You know, another one of my buddies told me this the other day. He goes, the money that I pay you to help me with nutrition would literally be the same amount of money that I would have to spend to go get new jeans because I'm gaining weight. So start quantifying things. When you look at expenses to get help and coaching, literally look at it from that point of view. Like, you're gonna go spend that money on a dinner, right? One dinner that's not gonna help you achieve your goals. Maybe you're gonna spend it on a new wardrobe because you've gained weight. Can you reallocate that money towards a coach that can help you? So anyways, guys, Mike Goff again here. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed these 5 tips, share them with your friends. Leave me some comments and feedback below in the comments section. You'll have a great day. Bye.